Okay, so hi everyone. I just wanted to continue with my demonstration of your um, your visual narrative in the style of Marc Chagall, and I'm hoping that most of you at this point, I'm going to turn a light on so you can see that a little better. That most of you at this point have done your placement, where you've taken your symbols and your little drawings that represent your story, telling your story, the visual part of your story. You've placed them on I think you did your rough copy on in your sketchbook, and then once you've done your composition, your where everything is going to go, uh, you've decided how you're going to place your items. Is your focal point? What is going to be surreal? You can have more than one thing that's surreal. You really should have one major focal point. It is usually something that's larger or it's drawn by color. So you can't see the color in this, but you will get to that. So this is my rough copy that's in your sketchbook. Then I went ahead and I did it on my good copy paper, which you will be getting out. Now I want to show you, I did half of it already, but I'm going to do a little demonstration of how you would work with pencil crayons and pastels. So here we go. And I'm just going to have you look a little closer. The items that I did with detail. So the arm here you can see, and then the little people in here. Most of this is done with pencil crayon. But what I did do is I did the background in pastel, and it kind of gave it a richness. Now let me show you here how to work with it, and here we go. So I have my Ziploc of pastels. Some of you have the pastels that I gave you. Some of you have your own. I have my large box of pencil crayons, and I'm going to just start. So I'm going to look for the small details, and I think the smallest thing I have here is this little car, and I'm going to just color it whatever color I feel like. I think I want to go with that blue, so I think I'm going to actually go with the blue because I want it to complement it. And when I color in, I always do an outline. So I press harder and I go around, and I'm actually working on a cardboard box. I'm going to take that out. Sorry. And I do the outline first. And then I fill it in. So I don't have to press as hard, but I am filling it in carefully and slowly. You can get better detail with pencil crayon than you can with pastels. I'm actually going to continue to do some detail here. With the skin tone, I don't press hard. I just do it very, very lightly. And then I'll fill in the other parts of it here. With hair especially, I like to do a little bit harder, and then, you can just give it some texture, and then you can just fill it in. Go around and fill it in just like that. And I will add a little detail here. Remember to outline first, then fill in. And see here, I can't see that line, so I'm going to find my black. Or I can even use a pencil, since I can't find my black, and I'm going to go over and darken that line there. Okay, so here we go. I've done a little bit of the detail, and this is how I go about going around there. So what I like to do is I like to match up the background color. And I want to just do one more thing before I continue on. And I want to match up the color of the cake that I did before with this heart. So I'm going to kind of fill that in. Remember to go around so you don't kind of go in. And that makes it easier to fill in when you do that outline. And I kind of want to reuse some of the colors that I've used on the other side. I want it to be colorful, use a lot of colors, but I don't need to use every single color. And believe me, I have a lot of colors right here in my 100 pack. Okay, so now I want to do this part of the road here. There's this kind of road here. And I've done brown here, so I want to pick a different color. So I'm going to go to my pastels, and I'm thinking I want something that's interesting. Car's blue. There's a lot of blue here. I'm thinking maybe I will do purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my pastel, and then I'm going to find a pencil crayon that matches pretty close to that. So give me a second to do that, and I will find one. That's the problem with too many choices. I think that this one is probably good. So here's my matchup. If you want, you can test it out on a little piece of paper in your sketchbook. So there's my pencil crayon, and there's my pastel. And they are pretty close. And what I like about it, now you don't have to do pastels if you don't want, but I can go in here and do this little section in the purple pencil crayon. So I'm kind of going around it in purple pencil crayon. So I'm going to outline and around the car. I don't know if you can see that, but right here, because I have these lines coming out of the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that like that. Okay, I froze before, so I don't know where we cut out, but I finished doing the around the detail here. I did the matching pencil crayon and pastel. So I wanted to get in and go around and do all that. Even the cake here. I'm going to go around it there. Okay, so here I have to fill it in now with the matching pastel. And I don't want to press too hard. I don't like getting all those pieces, but I do kind of like the way it's easy to fill in with pastel. Goes faster. And after I'm done filling in the pastel, and you can see how the colors are pretty matched up. You can't really tell. And when you're working with pastel, never brush it off like that. Just shake it off. If you have to lightly, maybe blow it off a little bit, but really try not to rub it off, because the little pieces of color will get all over. I'm trying to work fast here. Anyway, We're almost done. Leaving that there. So I'm going to leave this at this point like this. And I'm going to take my white, because sometimes I like to see if I can blend. It's a little dirty, so I'm going to take either a tissue or a piece of paper and just, you know, rub this off like this. And here we go. I can blend it a little bit if I want. These are not the best, but you can blend the colors in so it kind of fills in that white part and gives the background a little bit more value. There's different tones and shades, and it's kind of nice. And there you have it. So I'll show you. Remember, shake it off. So I'll show you what I just did there. So if you want, if you really don't want to work with pastels, you don't have to. But I do like the mixed media aspect of it, where you're doing different kinds of media. I don't know if you can tell here, but the CN Tower, I did 2 different colors. I didn't match up the color because I wanted it to kind of have a glow to it. So there you have it. I hope that helps, and good luck.